Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more RimWorld. Alrighty, the time has come for us to resume our adventure. So, our ship. I decided that we have a little bit of extra room, and I want to move some stuff around. So here's what we're gonna do. I am making our storage / greenhouse room a lot bigger. So I sort of marked out the range in which a solar lamp would be able to reach the hydroponics basins. So this area right here is going to be nothing but food. Then we're going to be moving this battery into this room, as well as putting a second battery. And then I haven't decided what I want to put right here, but I do want to put something. Then well, actually, no, I'll put storage right here. Yeah, that'll be perfect, actually. Then, at some point, once we get our second grab field extender, then I am going to make this little room into a big old crafting room, and that should leave us in a relatively good spot. Obviously, is it the end-all be-all? No, but it should do. For the moment, providing us power is the vanometric power cell, and when we move it, the small vanometric power cell, it's not a whole lot. I believe it's 1,400 watts, so that is not going to be enough to actually keep us afloat for a long period of time, especially with all the electronics that are on our ship. But it'll be enough. Hopefully. Let me see. So, I'm a little unsure about where to actually put some more stuff for power. We can turn a majority of our toxic waste packs into chem fuel. That'll be nice. So all of our toxic waste packs are going to be converted into chem fuel. Good. Great. But we need that to, fly our ship. So I'm a little unsure where we're going to get the rest of our power. I mean, hey, if we could just get like a couple thousand more vanometric power cells, that'd be great. We do have the unstable power cells, so I mean, that's like 2K right there, but that gets eaten up extremely fast. Because each of these are 50, and we're gonna have 8 of them. You see, and that is literally just this room. That's it. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem, I think. And then each of the lights are 15. The oxygen pumps are 15. Yeah, it's we're gonna run out of juice very, very quickly. But ideally, once we get another grab field extender, that should be enough for us to make our crafting room into a power room as well. Who knows? Maybe we'll be generating so much rice and whatnot that we'll be able to turn it into more chem fuel and just be a pure chem fuel powered place. I am also going to be moving the biosculptor pod once we have this built, and then debatably we'll just put some more hospital beds right here, or we'll put a TV. That way we have 3 good ones, and then we'll put something in this room. I don't know. And finally, something I found out is apparently we can actually put flooring inside of our ship. It does not have to be pure grab ship substructure. It can actually be like legit flooring, so maybe we'll do that. I don't know. But for the moment, that's what we're doing. Parker is having quite a bad time, but we will fix that when we can. We need steel again. And while there technically is a steel mining site near us with 1,000 steel, we're somewhat friends with it not to international, however you say that. So unfortunately that is not going to be an option. Here's the nice thing, though. Once we actually have everything ready to go, for the most part, on our grav ship, then we can actually take off. And we can land somewhere else, harvest whatever we need to do, potentially build up a brand new base, and it should be relatively good. Although, here's a problem. Our holy stuff. I don't know if we're gonna be able to put all that in a grav ship. I guess we'll see when the time comes, but yeah. So, you know, chutes and ladders. There is technically quite a few things that we need to improve on, and there's quite a few things that we still need to get. But for the most part, the ship is ready to go. We just need the steel to actually back up production of everything. And then we can start flying around the world, getting the grav cores. And then once we have every single one of the grav cores, our ship will be fully upgraded, and we can just full-blown live in space. That should be pretty solid, I hope. I am also kind of debating putting a energy vac barrier thingy right here. We'll see. I haven't fully decided, but it is certainly on my mind. But yeah, you know what? Overall, I think it's a pretty nice ship design. Is it the most efficient? Probably not. Having an entire wing of the ship be nothing but biosculptor pods is far from efficient, but you know what? That's fine. We're making do with what we have, and since this is my first ever grav ship, you know, I think it's kind of expected that it was never going to be perfect. But that's okay. So we are just gonna very slowly build in the walls and everything. But yeah, we still need quite a bit of steel. So we will work on that as we can. But we are getting everything moved over to the ship, so slowly but surely, it becomes a home. And the fact that we have jade poker tables and jade chess tables also means that our recreation room, despite the fact that it's relatively small, is gonna be giving us a whole lot of bonuses. Like, actually, extremely impressive, luxurious, very spacious. Apparently it's not very clean at the moment, but oh well, that's fine. And we also have a crap ton of packaged survival meals ready to go, so that'll probably help us out quite a bit too. Yeah, but for the moment we do just need to get stuff moved over, so I think... Oh man, our mech rechargers, that's something else that we need to worry about. The mech rechargers are going to be insanely expensive. I also don't even think that we need 2 of the large mech rechargers. No, we don't, actually. So, you know what? We can break down this one, move this one over. That'll be perfect. Then we move over our little ones. So we go boom. Okay, a setup like this is going to have to do for now until we actually expand a bit more into this room, so... we're going to have to go get another grav core at some point. So for now, here is our chain of command for what we're going to do. Steel, big one, need a lot of steel. Then, we take off with our grav ship, we start roaming the planet and getting all the other grav cores that we need. Then... once we have all of the grav cores that we're in dire need of, we take off into space, and we are ready to go. Now, there is something I do want to say, is, in hindsight, right, would it have been the smarter thing to do to just start with the grav ship, because I think it starts you with a little itty-bitty grav ship that you can just fly around from the get-go? Would that have been a better idea? Obviously, yes, I think so. But, because I was trying to do a Moyo run combined with grav ships, it has turned out to be a much slower process than I thought it was going to be, which obviously, in hindsight, is that great? No, not really, but I also really like showing off the complete and total adventure when it comes to RimWorld playthroughs. So I know that despite being called Moyos in space, we have yet to actually enter space, which debatably a little clickbaity. I have been debating changing the title, but it's the end goal of being in space, right? So it's, I don't know. There is a little bit of a part of me that's like, maybe that's a little too clickbaity, but I don't know. Considering the end goal is to get into space, I think it's fine. But yeah, I did want to bring that up because I do recognize that, like, wow, Moyo's in space. We're still not in space. But I have also been trying to just squish in as much per episode as I possibly can so we can get to space as quickly as possible. But, you know, there's a lot to do, especially when you're like me and want to be completely and utterly over-prepared. There's also the case that we need, like, actual thousands of steel, which is not amazing, but we're getting there. All things considered, we are getting there. Ooh, bulk goods trader from Varys. Apparently we also have a relationship. Quite lovely. Alrighty, Parker, once you're done doing that, go ahead and come trade with our Moyo friends. Ah, come to gawk at our colossal ship, have you? It's quite the beauty, if we do say so ourselves. Ha 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 ha. Now, that being said, what was it you needed? Royal Tribute Collector as well. Parker, where are you at? Okay, you're on the way. Okie dokie, what do we got? What do you got? You want to offer us a whole lot of steel? I will take the lot, so to speak. You can also have all of our yayo. I'm sure you'll be most appreciative of that. You can also have... Wait, 1,500 cloth. Oh, yes, we are quite generous when it comes to our cloth. And in return, I want... I mean, Synthread is interesting, but we can sort of do that ourselves later. Tell you what, I'll take 10, 20. I'll take all of your components. And we still gain 51 reputation and a massive just under 400 gold. Ah, steel gold. Oh, you know what? Ace, is this room generating heat? Does this thing generate heat? It doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's ideal. That is ideal. Do we have any lights waiting to be placed? Okay, you're placing it in there. Okay, yeah, that's probably for the best. At some point, we do need to put lights into every single room because, oh my god, it gets so dark in RimWorld. Ooh, but this one isn't getting installed anywhere, so let's go ahead and place this bad boy right into our crafting room. Then... radioactive isotope. No. Why are we still making that? I guess you're just gonna do that. Well, let's focus on chem packs for the moment, shall we? Let's focus on that. The far safer thing to be using. That way we don't have another radiation incident and all die. Also, Parker, why are you so upset? Recreation deprived, you're hungry, you want a neural supercharge. Okay, well, you know what? We'll work on that. Oh, that is something to make note of. We also need to put our neural supercharges into our grab ship, but they are absolutely colossal, so that's a little bit of a problem. Now, actually, funny enough, they do fit right here, and they're not in the way of anything. Like, yeah, they look kind of funky right there, but maybe we'll do that. Maybe, yeah, why not? It's a recreation thing in the recreation room. Yeah, why not? That makes total sense. Still quite a bit of steel to be dug out here. This unstable power cell we can move at a moment's notice. Debatably having it inside of our ship is a bad idea, but When does anything go wrong with an unstable power cell, right? Right. Oh goody, a leathery stranger is approaching. What are you? You're a snake person. Well, I hate to tell you this, but chances are we are not going to be able to take you. For no reason in particular, let's just, you know, get a couple people ready to go for, you know, again, no particular reason. Let's just bring everybody right. There we go. All right, Diana, go ahead and talk to him. Speaks in a monotone voice, as though she hardly sees or anything. She refuses to leave, insisting that she can help. No. Blemish has turned hostile, and now she's in a murderous rage. As expected. Ah! I knew you were not to be trusted. Anyone who is not a Moyo inherently must be watched closely. You never know when evil will strike. So it did mention that they are coming, so I imagine that we're going to be attacked by the invisible guys. Yeah. New entity discovered. Sightseer. Well, would you look at that? Wow. Destroyed. That's not going to be the only one, though. Yeah. Wow. Oh, another one. Hey, new research available. Would you look at that? Our turret is unfortunately shooting at our own wall, so that's not ideal. Okay, Haruka, you're good to go. This Sightseer is dead. Sightstealer, rather. Sightseer. It sees through your eyes! It's the craziest thing! Okay, well, that's them dealt with. That's why you never trust these strangers. And then this one is going to bleed out. Good stuff. Why is there a fire? Oh, because it's a dry thunderstorm. Amazing. Oh, my favorite. Okay, let's come repair our turbo drone. There you are. Good to go. Just as if it never happened. There's fires everywhere for no reason. This is the worst. Attack of the angry tortoises! Also, while they attack us in actual slow motion, I was given a very, very smart theory on why those radioactive tox packs were potentially leaking. And that's with all the heat damage, the solar flares, everything that can and usually does go wrong, there's a very real chance that something did some heat damage, and then boom, it took 1 damage, and that's why it was leaking all the radiation. So, extremely smart theory. Probably wouldn't, well, didn't think of it myself. So yeah, extremely smart. Sorry, trying to multitask because we have turtles trying to kill us. Look, I know they don't seem intimidating, but trust you me, they are. Ah! Anna, you are kind of aiming at Illumina. You got it, you got it. Illumina, you're being attacked by a turtle. That doesn't mean you have to move like a turtle, though. Illumina. I know you're trying to show them that you are, in fact, safe, but trust you me, these turtles want blood. They're not normal turtles. Okay, you know what? Oh my god, Bex has taken some severe damage. It's a good thing that we have a medical wing right here. Permanent beam injury. Oh. So that brain injury. Our brain is now only working at half potential. That is something. That is certainly something. For no reason in particular, can we make... No. Do we have the research to make... No. Huh. Seriously? We don't have anything? Nope, can't make a brain. Okay, well, Bex, when you're feeling better, tell you what, we're gonna attempt to put you in a, bioregeneration. We did 2 Glitter World! Oh my god. Okay. We need 2 Glitter World medicine. Do we have any? Wait a minute. Nope. Oh, good. Oh, goody. I can't wait to try and get that out of trading with somebody. Alright, I changed my mind. So, this is no longer going to be the greenhouse. This is now going to be the crafting area. And these little pack crates are going to be filled with nothing but the essentials. Steel, plasteel, gold, components, advanced components, unfinished things. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's going to be good. I hope. We are also going to have 2 advanced batteries. So, hopefully, this is going to be a pretty nice little crafting area. We'll see, but in theory, it should be amazing. Like, it's super spacious. We're going to move over all the crafting stuff that we need, being a fabrication bench, Abyss Tech arc furnace, Abyss Tech production bench, machining table, and a hand tailor bench. There is technically some other stuff that we can move over, but you know what? We're not even going to worry about it. Are we really going to be making stone bricks in space? Probably not. Are we going to be making art in space? Probably not. But, yeah. So, since we're moving stuff over to the ship, I am ripping up all of our floor tiles. That way we can attempt to reduce our wealth in the colony as much as physically possible. I'm also ripping up this room just in case. I don't know if it's required, but I'm doing it anyway. And then, since we're moving everything out of this room, I figure it's probably a good idea to remove these iron, the heavy bridges. Because heavy bridges, good lord, do they cost a whole lot of colony wealth. So, if we could just get rid of them, that'd be great. And then, hey, no reason to waste anything. Let's go ahead and move our potted plant right into our recreation room. And then we will move this lamp into... we'll just break it down. Why not? We could use this steel. And then once we moved everything out of our X crafting room, I am just going to break down all the walls and whatnot. That way we can reduce wealth as much as physically possible. One thing I am a little worried about, though, I don't know how a research bench is really gonna go. Now, debatably, we don't need a research bench. Wherever we land, we could just build one and then, you know, yippee. But, you know, that's bit of an expensive thing to do, but since we can pick up the multi-analyzer, it's not an impossible thing to do. Not to mention we do have a ton of schematics, which will give us a bunch of research for free too, so there's options. There is options. And then I am currently loading up the passenger shuttle because we need to go get steel. It is number 1 on our priority list. I think we can also go ahead and just break down these baby things. We're not going to need them because we do not have a baby. Kiera is a very strong child instead of a baby. Parker also having a very rough time. That's because she's just hanging out inside of the passenger shuttle. We are literally waiting on 2 chocolate. All right, we're just going to launch. Oh, 2 stacks of chocolate. It doesn't matter. Let's go trade, shall we? Got there a little bit faster than I thought. Do you have steel? Yes, 700 of it, in fact. I'll take all 700. And in return, you can have all of our trash. Ooh, not the medicine. I want the medicine. Yeah, look at that. Not only do we get 700 steel, which we can't carry all of, actually, but, yeah, not only do we get 700 steel, we're also going to be getting quite a bit. There we go. Okay, as I was saying, not only do we get 701 steel, but we also get the fundamentals of Death World Go Juice, Eastern Go Quain Atlas, but this is going to be expensive, but I think it's worth it. We also get a Circadian Assistant, which goes into the brain to make it function a bit better. We also get 11 gold just for the road. Silver. Dang it, not gold. I've been playing too many RPGs. But either way, that is going to be extremely helpful. And at some point, I want to have a little landing pad for our ship on our ship. It seems like a really good idea to me, because I don't really want to give up the passenger shuttle. It's just so useful, but for the moment, can't afford it, so whatever. We'll just make do. Now, Parker, you go get some rest. And then everybody, I want to put all these goodies away. Also, they didn't buy our Devil Strand. That's interesting to make note of. Out of all the events to get from Anomaly, which is turned down, by the way, we had to get debatably one of the worst ones. We couldn't just get a Devourer or something? We had to get this? Gray flesh. Ace has discovered a strip of fleshy tissue. It resembles human skin stained gray by tiny metallic particles. Someone here may not be what they seem. Execute or banish whoever you suspect. Wonderful. So there is, for lack of a better way of saying it, an imposter among us. And after analyzing the first flesh strip, we know what it is, but we don't know how to detect it. At least not yet. So, I believe 2 or 3 more to go. As a little TLDR of what's been missed, though. We're slowly deconstructing the base, because eventually, I would like to take off in, our soon-to-be mobile base. Doesn't the base suddenly look so weird? Looks wrong. Looks extremely wrong, but... You know? Kinda is what it is. So, yeah, we're deconstructing as much as we possibly can to try and salvage some of the resources that we've spent, as well as try and reduce our wealth. Now, that isn't going so well. Wealth has not moved. So, you know, there is that. Interestingly, I think because we're moving a lot of stuff over to the ship and not actually getting rid of it per se, that's kinda, you know, not doing a whole lot for us. I do want the ship temperature to be at a nice, even 50 degrees. After all, a majority of our people like it real cold. So, you know, if we can do that, that would be great. Oh, I see. We're still taking Devil's Strand over. Well, the goal is we want to fly around, get more steel, yippee-doo-dah, and then, you know, take off. Now, here's the deal, right? I don't know if we should just pack up everybody and go to a new place as a group. I don't know. You know what, Parker? Just go relax. Go to bed. Once you're done hauling that, you're going to bed. Okay, you want to eat first. Fair enough. But, yeah, I'm... Parker has collapsed. Yeah, kind of saw that one coming. I'm debating if I want to just pack it up, say whatever, and just get everybody out of here. Honestly, that kind of seems like maybe it'd be the best choice. But at the same time, I'm just a little bit worried about the fact that we still have a lot to do. So, you know, thinking about that. Where is Illumina? You are gonna do the trade this time. Have fun. Steel. You do have steel. Excellent. Take all of our corn, all of our rice, all of our devil strand, and all of our smoke leaf. And in return, I want all of your steel, abyss steel. That's pretty much all you have that's super of note. I guess that'll do. Why not? Hey, just a ton of silver, ton of steel. We go up to 40 reputation. Technically, we could get a little bit higher, but, Okay, now go inside, because the turrets should be doing literally anything. Okay. Wonderful. We basically just gave the Lynx food and let Anna be hit. Thanks a lot, turrets. Is he still coming after us? I can't actually tell. I feel like since he got food, he's kind of doing his thing. However, yeah, you're not getting away with attacking one of us. Goodbye. Siri, do what you must. Okay, well, ideally... There we go. Nice shot. Ladies and gentlemen, mechs and moyos, I think that it is time to leave. So, we have basically everything on our ship ready to go. Albeit, we still want to greatly expand the size of our ship, but for the moment, this is going to do. So, I think it's time we have ourselves a little liftoff. Did we pick this up? Yes. Good. Final checks. Got basically everything here, except for this excellent, Diana, once you're done, why don't you go pick this up, pretty please. We are going to be taking everything. And ideally, everything is going to go well. We'll certainly see who has the best piloting ability. Haruka has 163%, and Siri has 162%. Well, good enough for me. There's a 25% chance that something goes wrong, but you know what? That's fine. So it's time to say goodbye to our beautiful colony of which we have spent so much time inside. Much to the dismay of some of you guys. I fully understand that, but you know what? We're just going to move past that because we're finally moving on. So, here we go. Now, It's not going to be a perfect trip. Far from it, in fact. We quite simply do not have the range to go extraordinarily far. But go we can. So we're gonna fly down right to this grassland. Apparently it's muddy. A little bit of geothermal activity. Let's see. Any special modifiers? Mixed biome. Buffalo habitat. Junkyard river. That's interesting. I wonder if a junkyard is worth, You know what? Why not? Let's go to a junkyard. Off we go. Kinda surprised our beautiful thing actually took off. Such a wonderful sight. Oh. Now we need to find somewhere to land. Holy, junkyard is right. Goodness me. Well, you know what? Maybe we can make use out of all this junkyard stuff. I say we land right here. Yeah, that should be good enough. Because from here, we have access to all of this junk over on the left. Apparently some chem barrel. Wow. Could be a problem. How are we looking for fertility? Extremely good because of the river. Okay. Well. Our first happy landing. And absolutely nothing went wrong. Not to mention, we actually still have our base. Currently, there's absolutely nobody in it, but we can go back there whenever we so choose. Also, very fortunately for us, our passenger shuttle actually worked. We were able to keep it. Wonderful. Now, what is our minus power? Minus 3,000. Yeah, that feels about right. So, here's what we're gonna do, because we need to hit the ground kinda running. This is not going to be a permanent area, but you know what? We may as well grow some rice. And then we can try and deconstruct all of this crazy amount of just stuff. There we go. Okay, this should do us for the moment. We're making some advanced solar generators and 2 regular solar generators. That'll keep us afloat as far as power goes, at least for the moment. Then we are just, this would have been a better thing to do, by the way. We're just going to deconstruct as much as we physically can right over here. May as well harvest what there is. And in the meantime, we are going to load up. We're going to take Siri. Illumina and debating Ace. Let's do Ace. Then we are going to take 14 packaged survival meals, and we will also take 10 medicine. And that should be more than enough. So, yeah, we can't exactly go far with each trip. But since we're going to be here for a moment, may as well make use with what we have. And then we can fly ourselves right on over to our brand new mark. An ancient reactor is hidden within nearby ruins. Debatably, should have dropped in at the front, but what are you gonna do? Now, is this another bunker situation, or is it just going to be a explore and hope for the best? Because that's kind of what I'm seeing. So, let's get on in there. Okay, Ace, you're up front. Wow, I have never seen that before. Apparently the Mechanoid Waifu mod added a lot more Mechanoid waifus than I thought it did. Huh. You're new. Okie dokie. Well, looks like we're doing this one a much harder, straight to the point way. So presumably it's just somewhere in here. There's a wasp trap. We need to be very mindful about that. Let's go in. There we go. It triggers. Ace now gets out of there. Not before he tries. Ace gets out of there. There we go. Good stuff. They can't chase us through doors, really. That's good to know. There is also another one of those unique sentry drones. There is a defender turret. Right. Okay, well, let's start very slowly moving forward here, because we got a whole lot of room to explore. Illumina! You're okay at researching, right? You have a 4. It's good enough. Alright, Illumina, hack the one on the right. Siri, hack the one on the left. I see the sentry drone has decided that Ace is a problem. So you know what? Ace, go for it. You should win in a hand-to-hand fight. There is, like, no world where you should be losing, because you have extremely good resistances. You're also using a mace against a robot. Okay, good. Those wasps are still on the prowl. Do anyone here set to Dr. Illumina is? Ace, you know what? Stick around for a minute. Also, we do have to worry about another sentry drone, so Siri... Oh, it's going into here. Or there's just that many. Oh, that is scary. Okay, that one's down. Illumina! Let's get you... Romance. No, not romance. I want you to heal. You have medicine on you. Can you please... heal? You need a bed for it, don't you? Why? Well, you know what? That operating table does not count as a bed. And that ancient bed also does not count as a bed. Right. Apparently we can't claim it while there's a nearby drone, really. Well, you know what? Let's get all 3 of you over here so that we can clear this place out and actually get some healing done. Okay, so we just can't ever, I guess? Okay, now we can tend. Alright, well, I don't know why you couldn't earlier, but you can now, so good enough. Alright, go eat. I don't know why you didn't just take those with you, but go eat. After you're done sleeping, I guess. Oh, and we're getting toxic buildup. Oh, so we are just absolutely on a timer here. Okay. Good to know. There is, in fact, a toxic fallout. Oh, good. Okay, Siri, eat. I know you ate without a table. That is just, you know, straight up heretical, but let's get everybody somewhat together. We'll drop the food, everyone will eat, and then we're gonna very quickly continue what we're doing. Okay, good enough. Okay, now are you able... No. Because you can't see it, I guess. Oh, actually. Okay, well, you can't hack this without Siri, but that's fine. Once Siri rests up, we can do that. Okay, Lumina, tend to yourself. Please. Okay, good. You are now doing that. Siri is still sleeping. Okay, Siri, you know what? You're up. Come get this hacking done. Apparently we disabled a turret way over here. That... not very helpful, but, yeah. Now, is this turret still online? You bet it is. Okay, can't stop us from this way. Whole lot of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright. Well, come over here and try and shoot this turret, then. If it explodes, so be it. Good enough for me. Okay, check out what's in here. Okay. We still have a lot of potential room to check out for this place. Okay. Whoa. Ancient uplink. Ancient transmitter used to secure communications between the surface and orbit. Okay, let's go ahead and hack it up then. Siri, you're currently wearing your helmet backwards, but I'm sure that's fine. Hidden asteroid cache. Siri hacked an uplink and discovered an unusual asteroid orbiting the planet. The asteroid has a hollow core which contains several structures. You can break in to obtain the loot inside. Be warned, there will be defenses. Okay. What do we got? A whole lot of nothing? Good. Alright. Well, if you can blow up that turret, that'd be great. You are lightly armored, so I'm not too worried. Okay, good enough. Come hack this door while you're at it. God dang, these are some reinforced walls. That explosion did 500 damage, and that took 5% of its total health. That is just... that's crazy. Illumina, you are doing okay, so let's go ahead and have you stand over here. Why would you go that way? First of all, why is there a turret directly in front of the door? But why would you ever go this way? It was... oh... we literally had no idea what was in there. Why would you ever try to take that way? That's certainly a choice. Ace is still out of commission. Okay, hang on. Apparently we should have landed a little closer to the actual start. Illumina! Are you out of medicine? I'm pretty sure you are, so go pick up medicine pronto. Ideally, you don't run into any robots on your way. Ugh. Turret disabled way over here. Wonderful. These are such nice, useful things. Apparently, there's multiple turrets in that room, so that is actually... For knowledge alone, that is actually very good to know. Okay, we have another one of these sentry drones to worry about. So, let's... It didn't see us? Okay, now let's start moving away. Ace is still having a moment. Illumina is still going to heal up. Ouch. Okay, come on, Siri. One more. Okay, good stuff. How you doing? You are bleeding a tiny, tiny bit, but you know what? That's okay. We will be okay. Ace is still out of commission. Also, Siri is going to need to sleep somewhat soon. And we went all the way over here for nothing. Wondrous. Truly incredible. Okay, seemingly nothing in here. Let's hack this open. Okay. So, good news. There's nothing in here but a sentry drone. So, let's get Siri the heck out of here. Ow. Okay, Siri, relax. You're also tending to yourself. That's good. Okay. So step here, immediately leave. Door should close. Good. We don't have to worry about a turret shooting us in the back anymore. Although we are going to need to take out this turret, but... I mean, we kind of need Ace to just run in there and deal with it. The only thing is he's not doing so well for the moment. Siri is tending to herself, but, you know. And apparently we can't see this turret, but it can see us. And breaking through the walls is technically an option, but it's going to take so unbelievably long that it's basically not. Okay, another one. Illumina, you got this. You got it. Come on. One more good hit. There you go. Alright, Illumina, rest. And heal yourself while you're at it, too. That's actually fair idea. How are we doing over here? Everyone's just kind of doing their thing. We still have plenty of food to go through. Power is being restocked, albeit somewhat slowly. Let's go ahead and give everybody something else to do and just deconstruct as much as we can over here. Anything right here that can be deconstructed. Yeah, that should be more than enough. And then over here as well. And then we do have rice being grown, so we are going to be restocking on food. Excellent. And then we're going to take our grav ship back to our original location, settle in, equip our ship with more, and then we are going to do this again and take off once again. Also, we have a shaman merchant showing up to probably the worst possible area for them to be in, but that's fine. You've detected the energy signature of a grav core. It emanates from a cave system. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh, fun. Alright, well, hey, that's another one that we can go get, so there is that. It is, you know, it's an option. Siri, really just not doing good. Okay, Siri, you're doing fairly good on sleep. I need you to go eat. Oh, I know why they're not eating. Oh my god. Ugh. There we go. That is a little bit better. Can we still not claim these beds, by the way? No, we can't. The area is not yet clear. Alright, Siri, now that you're done with that, let's go explore. Oh. Well, we're outside. Which means what we're looking for is still here. There is a hunter trap we need to worry about. Honestly, I kind of don't want to mess with that, at least not right now. Because that hunter trap is going to be a huge problem for us. However, if we can get the jump on it, there we go. That's a bit more like it. This turret should be disabled. It is not. Okay, Illumina, I want you... Let's come in here, come over here, and then go hack this. Okay, that's gonna explode. Let's move into cover. Okay. Illumina still on the way. Now, there's 2 turrets in here, but we have disabled both, so they shouldn't be a problem. Ancient reactor. Hack it or destroy it to obtain a grav core and end the toxic fallout. Be warned, it may explode if damaged. Disabled, disabled, disabled. Okay, well, you know what? Little did I know. Oh boy. Oh! Okay, Siri just took big damage. That's okay. How we doing? We're okay. Everything is okay. And it didn't explode right here, so we're good. Okay, we're getting all bandaged up. Good. Okay, one more. Good enough. Siri, research command. Now, hack this ancient grav core. Here we go. Get us in there, Siri. Do what you do best. Also, thumbnail material. I haven't decided what I actually want the thumbnail to be, but you know what? That's a pretty good contender right there. Hack it in. Hack it in. Hack it in. Also, I'm going to say this. I'm so glad I waited to do all of this because holy crap. This is so deadly, man. How are you supposed to do this at the start of a run? Oh, and we need Ace to snap out of it before we can leave. Otherwise, we have to leave him. Oh, Ace. Oh, Ace is no longer wandering. Okay, wait a minute. Set to load. All 3 of yous. Package survival meals. Component. The grav core. And as much as I would love to take these sentry drones with us, can we make those? I don't know. I'd like to. But let's get the heck out of here. Meanwhile, how are we doing over here? Still doing good? There's lightning. We are not, in fact, doing good. Okay. Well, how about chem fuel? Oh, we're still disabled for 5 hours. Okay, that's fine. That actually gives us time to get back home, funny enough. Just go get her. Also, go get her before she wanders into this room and gets absolutely destroyed. That'd be ideal. The blue beyond is ready to launch again. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's gonna get killed. Oh no. She's gonna get killed. She's gonna get killed. Please go rescue her. Lumina, I know you're in a daze, but you're in such a bad spot. Please get out of there. Yes, yes. Good, 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 good. Okay, only a couple shots. You're okay. Everything is okay. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Okay. Just freaking... We can't just force her into the ship? Seriously? At least you're standing still to get healed, though. That's nice. Just put her... just put her in there. Just go pick her up, please. All sorts of cool stuff. Think of all the cool stuff and all the great friends that you've made along the way. No, we're not gonna go. No, 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 no. Yes. We're gonna go back to our friends. All of our really cool friends. That's where we want to go, right? Aren't they so cool? And interesting and blue. And some of them even have purple. Oh my god. What is happening on our grab ship? Really? An electrical the ZT event can happen on the grab ship? Oh my god. We lost so much chem fuel. We lost so much chem fuel. That was our full tank. Oh my god. Oh my god. And we have 0 power stored now. Ah! This is so painful. Why is it getting hotter? Just open all the doors. Just leave all of the doors wide open. Please. Just let the hot air flood out. Oh my god. Illumina, please. Just think positive thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Happy, happy, happy. Think of that, right? And then we get to go home. We get to think of all the cool stuff. There's, there'll be rabbits. Yeah, rabbits. Wow. You know, and there'll be, some seals. You know, you know, them guys who like, they slap their tummies, right? Isn't that cute? Don't you want to see the cute thing? Yeah? Oh my god. Illumina, I'm gonna give you to the count of 3. I'm gonna give you to the count of... Actually, wait a minute. She just knocked out. Well, in that case, yoink. Yoink. Come on. Come on. Go to the shuttle. I know you're extremely tired, but just get to the shuttle. That's all you gotta do. Get to the shuttle. To the shuttle. To the shuttle. To the shuttle. Come, 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 come. Go, 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 go. Illumina, I'm gonna give you to the count of 3. And you don't want me to get to 0. Good. Now, back to our ship. It's time to go home. Okay. Launch. Get everybody ready to go. Because we're going back home. Oh, actually, before we do, can we deconstruct these? That'd be cool. Probably not. You guys probably aren't gonna do that. Well, whatever. It's not a huge deal, but it, you know, it'd be nice. We'll leave the yak behind. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. Back home we go. Okay. Well, the grav ship has some things that need to be worked on. I think we can all agree on that. It has a few drawbacks, one might say. Probably shouldn't have oriented it like this, because now it's going to be a little harder to build, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, well, welcome back home, everybody. Let's immediately start putting some stuff into place, because we want this to be as smooth a transition as possible, and that was anything but. So, first things first, let's start moving some of the beds back to where they belong, because we desperately need to change how the whole sleeping situation is handled in this place. Analysis complete. While analyzing a new gray flesh sample, Siri finally isolated the biosignature. We can now figure out who is an imposter among us. Also, Jaden and the lair. He wants us to go fight 15 imps. I'll think about it. For the moment, I have everybody queued up to be tested. Ideally, we find out who the imposter is and we deal with them. Even more ideally, they don't kill whoever it actually is. But we will find out soon enough, I suppose. As soon as we, you know, actually decide to do some medical work. Where is our, Oh, you're doing the surgical inspection over here? Found no anomalies. Okay, good. It's not Bex. You'll be happy to know it is not Bex. And we had a robot do it. So, I mean, that's, you know, pretty cut and dry as far as, like, who it could and could not be. Speaking of, we are now healing up Bex. Wonderful. Man, our little medic robo-mechanoid is doing some fantastic work, including treating everybody who needs it. See, this is why I love mechanoids. Everybody is like sick in bed, doing their own thing. The mechanoids, absolutely so hard at work, doing their absolute darndest, tending to the flu, feeding the sick. It's a beautiful sight. It really is. I love me my mechanoids. Oh, mechanoids are such a wonderful addition. You know, there's a run idea that I have in mind. I don't know how it would work logistically. And you probably already know what it is, but I'm going to say it anyway. Mechanoid only run. It would be, like, actually impossible unless you kind of stretch the rules. Like, if you have an immortal node character who just, like, sits in one place meditating and sleeping, I can see it being possible. I don't know, though. That it seems it would have to be a modded run. I legit don't think it could happen any other way, but in theory, it sounds like a pretty fun run. Who knows? Maybe we'll add it to the list. Although I do already have another playthrough in mind after this one. Illumina is not the imposter among us. What is everybody doing? Okay, you're in bed, you're in bed. Bex is doing your thing, you're hauling. Anna's sleeping. Siri is sleeping. Ace is sleeping. Parker is sleeping. Okay, everybody is just sleeping. I guess it's just sleepy time right now. To be fair, it is the middle of the night, but still, you know? Ah, we have too much to do. I'm so glad we have our paramedic drone, though. Oh my goodness, she is just doing wonderful work. Although her energy is at 25%, so she is going to need to go recharge somewhat soon. But is it Anna? Are you the imposter among us? Let's find out. No. I mean, we're kind of running out of options here. So it's not Bex. It's not Anna. It's not Illumina. I mean, I sure hope it's not Kiera. That would kind of suck. Psychic ship. Oh my god. There is 5 auras. You are kidding. Oh, and of course, it's gonna affect our females. Wonderful. 5 auras? Really? First, we need to deal with whoever's the imposter. Found it. It was Parker. A metal horror is emerging, slicing through flesh and skin. The nightmarish bladed creature is cutting its way out of its host. Illumina, cancel that. Anna, I know you are using a sniper, but maybe it'll be fine. Siri is, like, ages away. Okay, well, we're gonna have to sit here and fight, so let's hope our little medic is able to tank enough. Because a metal horror is just no good. Ah. Okay, separate. Because if that metal horror starts doing enough damage, we are in some serious trouble. It is getting relatively low health. The fact that we do so much gun damage is actually really, really helping us. Okay. Good lord. Okay. Well, good news. We don't need to worry about the surgical inspections anymore. Those are all done. We found it. And better yet, nobody died. Okay, Diana, please repair your paramedic. Metal blood serum, hey! Oh my goodness, holy, we have so many things going on the right side. And we still have to deal with these auras. You know what? 5 auras, Illumina. I think I've got an idea for you. It's time to press the big blue button. And then immediately start running away. Oh my god. That did nothing to them. That actually, they are full-blown, except for this one, they are full-blown unaffected by that. Wow, that sucks. Hey, Anna? I think it's time to chain bolt. Yeah, that did work pretty well. Issue, they're still coming. Frost bolt! Oh, Illumina in some serious trouble. We need to start running. Ice Spike, slow it down. Let's hit him with another chain bolt. Honestly, Anna, start running. Illumina and Anna are both in some serious trouble right now. Okay, 1 aura down. Kira! Hey. Come rescue Illumina, please. Anna, you just keep doing your thing. I know your neural heat is, like, really, really high right now, but you're doing great. Come on. Goodness. And there's still a dagger snout down there. It's not even over yet. Plus the ship. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That's so sad. So close. Oh, so close. Parker, you almost had it. Ooh, unfortunately, Illumina bleeds out. Because the game decided to throw 5 auras at us. Well, you know, up until that, this episode was going pretty good. Now, I feel like we're just at a huge deficit because one of our viewers died. It's fitting that it's raining because I am deeply upset. But while Bex buries Illumina, we still have a threat to deal with. Okay, wow. You know, part of the reason that I'm so upset that Illumina died, other than the fact that she's a viewer character, that alone makes it a very sad death for me, is the fact that I could have played that better. Oh, if I had actually microed properly at the end, while Kiera was bringing Illumina to get healed, I should have made sure that Parker had medicine on her and then was waiting at the bed that Kiera was bringing her to, because it was so close. Literally like half a second more and Illumina would have been fine. If I had microed it just a little bit better, oh, she would be alive. And that's most of the reason why I'm as mad as I am, because god dang it, she died because I just didn't do it properly. Ugh. Well, on a positive note, at some point we will revive Illumina, so to speak. You know, when we recruit a new Moyo, it'll be Illumina Mark II. But for now, we are safe yet again. Well, you know what? Nothing that a lovely funeral can't fix. Hey, at least it was good. The morning of Atith was good. The speaker's final words provided a path for everyone to move on. +5. Alright, well, Illumina Mark II will be here at some point, but... oh, I'm so mad at myself, bro. Dang it. I could have played it better. The micromanaging could have been significantly better, but unfortunately, since it's not a colony wipe, we keep going. You will return at some point. Now, out of curiosity, we can't revive people in the Biosculptor pods, right? I'm pretty sure that's, like, not a thing. I'm just gonna double check real quick. Bioregeneration. I imagine bioregeneration can't regenerate, like, death. Heal all fresh wounds, blood loss, one random infectious disease. Wow. What do we need for that? Is that literally just, like, go in there? 2.4 day. That's... Huh. I see. Bex. Yeah. Only one of them will be healed. Dang. Man, so it's only one and we need 2 Glitter World medicines? God. That's an expensive process. The Black Turnip Export Company of Spacers Consortium. What a name. Also, we have a Coalescent Celebration coming up, so who knows? Maybe we'll get ourselves a brand new Moyo. Also, we're doing very, very good at our immunity, so what can we sell? How about this incinerator for $72? And these reinforced barrels, because I feel like I'm not gonna use them, at least not right now. You don't have any advanced components. That is upsetting to me. I'll take your Scarlet Edge, please. Imagine. That good for brain, but no brain, no good. Actually, hang on a minute. Nah, they're weapons. They wouldn't take anything anyway. All right. Okie dokie, I suppose that will do. Speaking of that will do, let's have ourselves we need wood. Let's have ourselves a celebration. It's a shame Illumina could not be here with us today. But let us hope that she sees our lights from the depths of the sea. Well, it was beautiful. But it looks like we're also being besieged. Ten of them. They're nudists. Although these 3 guys do have shields, so that's a problem. Well, this would have been a good time for our, big laser, huh? Well... Okie dokie, let's get ourselves into a somewhat well put together position, shall we? Okay, Siri, I want you here. Parker... I want you here. Ace, you're gonna be on defensive duty. Okay, everyone's moving into position. Anna getting ready to shoot. Ooh, dropped a shield just as we go to fire. Very unfortunate for us, but... not in range to chain bolt, so that's fine. You know what? Bex, Parker, Anna. And Ace, you stand guard. Okay, now I want both of you little closer. Okay, we did get a hit in, even though he dropped the shield. So let's try and bait them forward a little bit with Ace. Okay, none of them are aiming or anything yet. Okay, that shield is down. Ace, let's move you out of the way a little bit because now we're in a good enough position to just flat shoot at them. Okay, Diana. Oh, yeah, all right, here we go. Okay, this one it is. Okay, Anna, I want you to chain bolt. Okay, now, back up. Okay, Ace is having a little bit of trouble. Let's combat command. Okay, Ace, time to back up. Then, Parker, shoot at this guy. Okay. Parker, shoot here. Bex, also shoot here. Anna, back up more. Actually, stay right here. Okay, headshot right here. Holy, this guy is fast. Okay, you know what, Anna, let's start bringing you an ace home, huh? Let's not make that same mistake that we once did. Okay, let's go ahead and move up a little bit. Okay, they're fleeing, but you know what? Whoever you can take out on the way is A-okay with me. Okay. Well, your contribution to this colony is well accepted. And nobody died. At least not yet. Nobody is dead yet. But I want you in bed. Anna, you're okay as well. I want you also in bed. And then Parker, you can relax as well. Alright, well done, everybody. This thing is not loaded, so it's not going to fire. So let's just break that down. Break that down. Yeah, that'll be good enough for us. And hey, we also get a castle rye and a turkey. Well, this episode has not fully gone how I wanted it to, but ideally. Also, Diana, I want you to equip that. So here's what I want to do. We need to do a little bit of trading, but I'm going to build the second grab field extender all the way over here, and this is going to become our big, like, storage slash growing room. That way we can actually have a fair bit of food on our grab ship. We can store as much as we need to store, and extra, maybe we can generate some power while we're at it as well. That would be nice. But we do need a trade, so let's set to load. We're not gonna set any particular person to load, at least not yet. Let's do, yeah, about 1,000 cloth. Bioferrite, you never know. And then, just bring 2,000 silver. Yeah, that should be enough. That should be plenty to get all of the stuff that we need. Hopefully. Dude, is just nobody doing hauling right now? What's going on? Why is nobody doing this at all? Come on. We gotta get this done, you guys. We're starting to take a long time. Come on now. Look, I know we got stuff to do, but we have stuff to do, so let's get a move on. Okay? Does that sound good? Like, look at these 11 components. Why are these just sitting here? Granted, you know, our mechanoids are recharging, so there is that. But still, we still have other people who should be doing stuff. They are transporting, so that is good. We still have a little bit of cloth left to go. You know what? Forget it. We don't need the cloth. Just, Diana, there you go. You're gonna be the one who goes to do a trade. Alright, Diana. Go. Yippee! Nope. She got there before I could look. Okay. Trade absolutely all of our random stuff. Then we'll take all your advanced components. I don't really think we need your regular components, at least not for the moment. Gravlite panels, give us all of them. Steel, give it all. Yeah, why not? We'll take that just so we have it. Slate chunk, Vaxstone chunk, that's funny. We're apparently also carrying too much, so let's also get some chem fuel. And then we need to give back a little bit of steel until we actually, you know, can hold it all. Boom. Absolutely perfect. 627 steel, 138 gravlite panels, 4 advanced components, and enough chem fuel to get back home. Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna wait to empty our cargo hold until everybody is actually done doing their hauling. Oh my god. Alright, Haruka, you know what? We're not playing these games. Medic cycle, plague. Get on in there. That's it. We're not playing these games. You're going straight into the medical bay. No more. We're not letting anybody else die. So, once everybody is awake and ready for the day, it's time to expand upon our grav ship and make ourselves a cargo hold. Also, a little greenhouse greenery room. These toxic waste packs are going to explode. Sorry, got interrupted. Cargo hold, greenery. It's gonna be good. An exotic good dryad trader? Well, I suppose we better see what they have then, shall we? Shouldn't we, rather? But yeah, sell a bunch of stuff. I'm honestly debating selling the Zeus Kick module, but we'll see. I will take this cipher of hexes, if you don't mind, and then I'll also take your other books, for you see, we need quite a bit of technology where we're going to go, you understand. Anything else? I mean, a mega screen television does sound nice, but I'm probably not gonna do that. How about mech sensor? It's easier to calibrate a gestation or resurrection cycle for maximum efficiency. Well, I just noticed that it was $4,000, so, never mind. But I will take your components. And in exchange, you can have, these, reinforced barrels and whatnot. There you go. See, we're only paying $400. Quite the trade. Installation robbing. We found an ancient complex nearby. Okay, cool. And we also went up to 9 reputation. So, with our extra 250 blocks worth of space for our grav ship, I did a tiny bit of remodeling. Would you like to see? Because I'm going to show you anyway. So here we go. Behold the new grav ship design. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shadow, that's the exact same design. I know, but now it's significantly more efficient. Let me run you through it. Over on the left side, what used to be just a tiny little, you know, boring room is now nothing short of greatness. It is gonna be both our storage slash greenhouse area, and it's also going to be where we make our chem fuel to power all of our escapades. Is it gonna be enough? I don't know. But ideally, it will be. I am making some plasteel doors in a bit of an airlock formation because anyone who attacks from this direction, I don't want them getting in easily. So, double plasteel doors should be good enough. Then, our bedroom, I am trying to expand it out a little bit more so that people don't get quite as upset when they're trying to sleep. Plus, it also lets us put all of our sleep accelerators down, so even if they do get a little bit bothered, they will be sleeping faster, and therefore, they won't have nearly as much time to be bothered. Then, our little dry dock hangar, whatever you want to call it, area for our shuttle, I just made into a little lip that sits right nicely between our bedroom. Overall, I think this is already looking like a better design, and then I decided to put 2x2 over here, so when we eventually get the large thrusters, we already have it set up. And then once this is built, we're going to put down our other small thruster, and that should be good enough. So you're definitely seeing the vision. The grav ship is coming to fruition. Also, I'm moving this grav field extender because, yeah, it's gotta be moved. Debatably, I'm going a little too hard with the vac barriers everywhere, but I'm just a little bit paranoid that, you know, we're gonna get a breach somewhere and then we all just suffocate and die. If we can avoid that, that'd be great. And then, for the sake of defense, I do currently have a few hunter traps surrounding our grav ship. That way, if anyone does decide to attack us right now, they're not going to get very far, ideally. Or at the very least, it gives us time to get over there and actually do what we need to do. Also, fun fact, I took a quest where we had a bunch of toxic packs delivered. Yeah, nobody picked them up, so they all exploded. Good thing we're not going to be staying here for more than another episode, because, yikes. Now all I need to do is just kind of math out how exactly I want to do this, because, for example, hydroponics bays. We could put 3 right here, which isn't terrible, you know, that's certainly something. Debatably, we could put 4, and then we do a sun lamp right here. That covers everything. Then we do another one, and then, you know, boom, there we go. That's quite a bit of greenery. I don't know if it's enough to feed everybody, but if all 5 are set to rice, it should be enough to both keep up our chem fuel and feed us. We'll see. I mean, that seems like a pretty good starting amount, if nothing else. And considering they're not afraid to just step onto the hydroponic basins, it should be fine. Then we do a chem fuel power generator, and we could do 1, 2, not quite 3. Well, 2 is only going to give us 2k. Is that going to be enough? That's something to think about. We could do an industrial one. Well, to be fair, if we have an industrial one, how much does this give? 2,400. Okay. Meanwhile, the regular chem fuel gives 1,000. Okay, so this on its own is a little bit better than just having 2 right here. And then what we can do is we can bring over our really, really amazing storages. I don't know if they could walk through that, but we put one of the big storages, and then we can put, I mean, debatably, we could just do something like that, but I don't even know that they can walk through that. Well, you're seeing the vision. If nothing else, you are seeing the vision. Debatably, there's still a lot of work to be done, but, you know, what matters is we're getting it started. There we go. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit crowded, but hey, storage is storage. And the fact that we're able to fit this much into this room is actually kind of crazy. So let's see, 450, 400, so 1,850, and that brings it up to 3,000, no, 4,250? If my math is correct, which to be fair, it probably isn't. So we're generating about 4,000 watts of power purely from the grav ship, with one industrial chem fuel powered generator, small vanometric power cell, unstable power cell, and a regular vanometric power cell. I mean, that's a fair bit of power, and that's without us even having the real cool stuff. Like, there is an entire thing that literally just generates power for free. I'm trying to find it. Okay, well, I can't find it at the moment, but basically what it says is it's like, oh yeah, you just put this down, and then boom, it generates power based on the waves of space or whatever. And once we start getting those, brother, we are set for life. And then something else I am debating doing, once we have even more grab field extenders, I remembered what they were called, is I'm going to have about a 5-block range, and then we're going to do, actually, hang on, let me, we'll make this blue, just so I don't lose my place, and then we'll do like this, and we'll have a second part of the wing. So yeah, we're gonna basically have an NG ship from FTL. That's effectively how this is gonna look. But, I mean, I think it's gonna be really nice. I think this is honestly gonna be such a nicely designed ship once it's done. Yeah, is it a cube? Yes, it is. But, you know, so be it. And then this airlock will just turn into another hallway that connects kind of like, yeah, kind of like that. See, and then we'll have like a big old wing right here. It's super rough, but you see what I'm going for, right? I don't know. I mean, a little rough around the edges, but for a first ship, I honestly think that's pretty solid. Like, not the best design in the world, but it'll certainly do. Especially with a colony of our size, because we have a fairly big colony, give or take 2 people. But with that, I believe that is gonna do it for this episode of RimWorld. And in the next episode, what we're gonna do is we are going to full-blown ditch this base. And we are finally just going to fly around with our ship. And it's gonna be wonderful. At long last, Moyos in space can finally be true to its name. Still feel bad about that, but, you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I think that this is finally going to be a base worthy of just flying around. Granted, you know, we still soak up an unbelievable amount of power on this ship, so debatably, even with the new power setup where we're generating about 4,000, I'm kind of thinking that might not be enough, but we'll see. For the moment, it'll certainly be more than enough, but, you know, in the future, maybe we'll need to fix that just a little bit. But for now, it ain't much, but it's a home. And, you know, wealth is permanently going to be a problem as well, so not much to be done as far as that goes. What I will do, by the way, is I am going to build a small shelf because, yup, any amount of storage that we can get is going to be a good amount of storage. I think what we're going to store over here, by the way, is just going to be excess chem fuel. I think that's probably going to be for the best. Keep it with the greenery. I do also have fire foam poppers in both of these rooms because I do not want the chem fuel tanks to light up again. It happened once, it's not happening again, if I can help it. But, you know, there's there's something to be said about it just happening regardless, so... But we shall see. So, thank you guys so much for watching, hopefully you enjoyed! And in the next one, we set off on our ship! Once again. Bye!